Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a lovely late night tonight. Welcome back to dank web browsing, dark web browsing, deep web browsing, whatever you want to call it. The nice little finish off to every Sunday I like to have before we start the week brand new. Now it's late at night. There's no ricer in my neighborhood going crazy. There was earlier. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if everything's going all well, let's go to our very first website. So this one is Alien Forum, dude. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we've actually kind of seen this website, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, it's always fun to kind of find these things again, especially ones that remain active as time goes on. While I think I've seen this, I've already seen like 90 alien websites through my time, but I'm always a huge lover of alien websites because every single one of them has like their own thing. Like over here you can see 4chan alien sighting host by Hacker709. A 4chan alien refers to a photoshopped image purportedly taken of an alien at a Luke Air Force Base in Phoenix, Arizona. And here they have like an entire history on it, so they give you like the origin story, like that's the photo. And we've seen this one before. I can confirm we've seen this because I have covered this in its own video right here where they had like this fake alien that they found. Now, it's always fun coming across a website that uses something from a PS2 game called Area 51. You don't remember that? At least you learned something new. And it's always fun to sort of disprove it the right way, I guess, if that makes any sense. Well, what's actually really interesting about this, and get ready, is it linked me to a website called Onion Tube. Now, we've seen websites like Invidious, but it's always fun to see YouTube clones on the deep web. So, like, I'm convinced if this works the way that it does, I would absolutely love to. And I mean, I would love to upload deep web browsing videos on the deep web itself, if that makes any sense. But here you can see like they uploaded videos like strange UFO caught on NASA footage and use Scion pictures. I mean, why not, right? If they spent time to put it in Movie Maker, I'll spend time to give at least 10 seconds of viewing. Why not? All right, let's hit play for this. Oh, hell yeah, there's no audio to it. Fuck yeah, dude. Unverified NASA footage of Space Shuttle Discovery mission showing external fuel tanks. Something strange. And that's supposed to be a UFO right there. Right there, you can see that's a UFO. That's an unidentified flying object. There's like a crack somewhere, dude. What am I looking at? Surprisingly, dude, it looks like a crappy like render of like a bullet flying in the Matrix or something, dude. That's supposed to be a UFO right there. Well, I believe it. I 100% believe it. Now, if you go over here to like Char Onion, there's actually no audio to that clip, so if you're expecting it, you know, don't worry. They actually have like a full-on YouTube, dude. So they've got Ukraine Tetariv River Monster. Hell yeah, let's hit play on that. Let's see the River Monster today. Now this has like 520. So Hacker709 is on this. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out in a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, it's starting up the video. This dude's walking around with 6 frames per second on. Got a spear and everything. He's about to chat it up and take out whatever's out in there. That's crazy. Is he gonna find a river monster though? I mean, I have not actually seen this video before, so this is a full-on exclusive. And there is no audio clip. Like, I tried opening it up. There's literally no audio to this at all. It looks like a baby croc, dude. He just straight pushed that thing back into the shadow realm. I wouldn't chase after it, man. That's not a monster. That's not a monster. It looks scary. Look at the teeth on that. That is kind of wild. All right, now we're into like Big Brother regret. I'm gonna back away from that before I have some goddamn regret. Now, if you go to the homepage over here real quick, all right, let's see what kind of like videos they have. Let's just see the gaming section. So we've got people with like what is it, like a portrait mode for photography? Okay, building the Ryzen 9 4K gaming PC. Okay, all right, okay, that's a cool little gaming PC. Is that my boy Linus? Wait a minute. That's not. Holy shit, he's here twice. LA apartment tour. Wait a minute. Holy crap, dude. There's like 3 Linus videos. That's like 4 Linus videos. What? There's like a Ryan's Toys reviews video. What? It's all by Hacker709. Bro, Linus, is this your fucking alt? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. This isn't a full. This can't be an entire Linus Tech Tips video. Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. What is this one about? Is this like. Is this running Android on Switch or something? I think I watched this video actually. Let's hit play. All right, wait. This can't be it. Hold on. That's a gaming SD card. No, wait. They're piggybacking off of his actual account. There's still no audio. For some reason, audio is completely broken on this. Might be the VM I'm using, but like, that's an actual Linus Tech Tips video. Can I click on the other ones? Dude, the embed doesn't work. So they have like, they're embedding his video, but they're using their own like proprietary or like their own like web player. So they give you his embed links, but you can't go anywhere. It's like, wait, they got us like sponsors and everything. Massdrop, Thermal Take. Holy crap! They've got everything. They've got no comments. It's this, oh no, I can't sign in. No. I'm not gonna sign in. I'm not gonna sign in. No. No, what? Wait, bullshit. Okay, hold on. Let's go to like, what is this, Darknet? They got a whole tutorial. Darknet. Andromeda? What? Andromeda is giants emerging everywhere. They've got a clip of a Keanu Reeves movie. This is like Darknet PS4 gameplay. Okay, you really can't make this shit up. They've got a hacking section. Installing Fat Rat tool in Kali Linux, okay. And then right next to it, it's like 99% do not know hacking tricks of PUBG Mobile. Dude, what is? They got a peanut butter gamer video. Everyone's getting stolen here. That's crazy. Location trace. Hackers. I was zero cool. Oh my god, they've got the greatest movie of all time playing here. Wow. They've got everything. How North Korean hacking actually works. You know, it wouldn't be too different than, you know, hacking all over the world, you know, computer manipulation. Get out of here, website. What is this? The 12 Pyramids of Thought. Of good old thoughts today. All right, now I gotta say, 10 out of 10 points for the old school HTML feel. I'm always a big sucker for that kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. That if you can get a good old 90s HTML vibe in your website, Muda is gonna be busting a little nut to it. That's for damn sure. Anyways, though, gotta calm down, gotta relax. Can't just blow my load right now. We're gonna go look through the 12 Pyramids of Thought. So let's look at the preface and just see what we're at here. Okay, so we've got the Book of Thought. You can see two thoughts in parallel working together. The writer of these pages is I, Thoth the Scribe, who moves through many realities as teacher and author. Yeah, my the crack fiend out 10 minutes away from where I live says the same thing. Might be the same person, who knows? I am linked to the Great Pyramid as a creational force having come. Okay, so that is the creational force right there. And you go down here through the gates of the 12 pyramid matrix to create realities. Many will remember and quote my teachings in text, scrolls, stone tablets, keys of knowledge, or encoded genetic memories. Yeah, somebody snort a whole line of G Fuel first and we'll figure that one out, huh? I have entrusted my original teachings to those who are my priests and priestesses who will one day restore this knowledge in full. Man, I really need to get like a pot company to sponsor these videos. Like, not for the money or anything, just because like I can have a steady supply of the good while I browse this, because I'm feeling in my old age that I kind of need that to sort of push myself through. At that time, they shall incarnate as the teacher and healers of their timelines. Yo, my neighbors are still banging right now. It's kind of wild, dude. They're like windows are open. Look at that, dude. They got like their lights on right now. Oh man, dude, it's kind of wild. Just turn it off. Like, stay away from the windows, dude. We get it. Like, you're getting the nut off, dude. As they shall remember, and I shall help and guide them. If you've come... Now, let me get rid of that before YouTube decides to say... Here we go. That seems kind of kosher. Anyways, I'm here to tell you a story about 12 pyramids that came through. I will tell you the call to void to enter this world and create a physical reality in which souls can experience. At the time of my writing, these 12 pyramids stood on the physical planet, placed there by design. Though each pyramid may appear to the human eye to look like the others, remember that each one is unique in frequency and purpose. With each of these 12 pyramids were 3 entities with a local of 36 creational forces, so I assume it's like 36 deities, and like they've got photos and everything, so it's like, it's not even like a joke at this point. Like, this is like a full-on expertise. So here's Pyramid 1. You'll journey through 12 pyramids. So I assume it's like 12 deities. Here's Pyramid 1, okay. So that looks like it's straight like a mod of Myst 1. They've even got like a outer space background, dude. I gotta be honest with you. That's kind of hot. My story begins as 12 pyramids were positioned around a planet you call Earth. They remain in higher frequency until my neighbor has been told and the souls have left. Each pyramid was to bring meaning and purpose based on their own programming. My story unfolds in the land of Kem, best known to you as Egypt. The pyramid over Egypt links with the hourglass, with time and with illusion. From here, the nature of time and space, cause and effect, duality were contained, and so the cycles of time began. The 12 pyramids moved into position and through consciousness created physical forms based on geometric patterns that would follow the cycles until the end of time. So, all right, 12 pyramids moved into position through consciousness. Okay, so then you've got right over here, man, it's like something out of a Mama Max video. And the cycles would be calibrated by the number 12, based on the 12th pyramid of creation. These would be known as the cycles of time, which would be experienced by evolving civilization. And these timepieces would work in synchronicity with the pyramids and the matrix. The gear of these clocks would be round, as seen as wheels within wheels. Okay, so they've got, this is sort of like the first pyramid, I guess you could say, and then you keep on going down. It's like, it's just, look at that, like it just keeps going on. This is the second pyramid, and I'm just going to skip through a bunch of it because there are some titties being flashed at me. Then you've got Pyramid 3, which is placed over the grids in Europe. Okay, so it's gonna cover the entire world, like it's gonna cover everything. For in truth, all is myth, myth is all. Pyramid 4. This isn't a joke. This is like fully committed. This is like a full troll. This is like full ready, full mode right now. We're just at Pyramid 6. There's like 12 more pyramids. Shambhala? What in the fly? Dude, I'm actually super confused. This is one in like Australia. Okay, I guess we'll look through all of them real quick. Why not? This is Antarctica. Well, you can't go there, so that's unproven. Because I mean, you'll get your butt wasted off. Here's one in the Arctic. So you got like a pyramid in the Arctic. They're all over the world. It's like Egypt was the only one we knew. Here's one in the Inca ruins of Machu Picchu. That looks kind of beautiful. Here's the Mayan pyramid in the grid of time and synchronicity. This is by Quetzalcoatl. I hope I pronounced that right. Yo, look at that. That guy's wilding. And then this is one in San Francisco. No. No, over New York City. Dude. I'm a little confused right now. There's like 12 whole pyramids. This is kind of wild. I don't know what I'm doing right now. This is it's kind of freaky. I ain't gonna lie. It's like I don't know what I was reading real quick, but it's an entire pyramid interconnected between each other all over the world. You can't make any of this shit up. This is wild. What I can do is stay away from this. I mean, this is something that I feel like I should revisit on a live stream. So I'm gonna save this somewhere. I'm probably going to like bookmark this at some point, and we'll look at that point, man. We'll look at it together because this is wild. That being said, though, let's back out and go somewhere else. Due to current circumstances, we have had to stop selling beans. We are now slowly converting our bean selling website into a Corona entertainment site. We are now the Bolton Powers of the internet. Just in case a certain amusement park tries to sue, feel free to explore, leave a comment. Okay, so they got... Yo, am I really looking at a goddamn website of Jelly Bean Facts? I'm really looking at a website of Jelly Bean Facts. Alright. Alright, Muda. Alright. Don't lose your mind. Don't lose it. Not yet. Alright, let's open it up. We got a little quiz. We got a little why. I like it. A war fueled on jelly beans. Jelly beans gained popularity during the American Civil War. A candy company in Boston began marketing jelly beans as a perfect treat to send to soldiers, and soon everyone was hooked. Damn, I guess everyone was popping beans back in the day. Presence in the rap music industry. Jelly beans have made their mark on the music industry as a rising trend in mentioning beans has emerged in the rap music community. Artists like Lil Pump can be quoted, Lil Pump rich, he finna get richer, I pop a bean. Dude, stop! Reagan's addiction. It is rumored that, damn, I'm tripping off a bean right now, homie. And bro, a finny pop a bean became a frequently used phrase in the White House during Ronald Reagan's time. Oh no, he's not shy of his obsession over jelly beans. He used them to help quit smoking when he was the governor of California. As part of Reagan's first inauguration in 1981, 7,000 pounds of jelly beans were ordered and distributed. Man, it's kind of wild. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of sexy, Ronnie. All right, I like it. All right, Ronnie might hate them commies, but I guess those commies gave him some beans. He'd be all down for that. I kind of like it, dude. You got that. He's kind of cute. They got a little bean quiz. Sure, let me take a quiz. This lady claims to have put a bean, a jar of jelly beans, a sack of it, a bag. I'll say a jar of it, dude. Next, a bag. Get out of here, dude. Which president famously loved? I know that's Reagan. Hell yeah. Which is not a real jelly bean flavor? Banana, cat rectum. Oh, that's not. Well. You learn something new every day. I bet that's sold out now, the toilet roll one. Which famous actor is terrified of jelly beans? Let's see. The Rock, Angelina Jolie, Channing Tatum. My name is JF. Derek. I wonder. I'm going to say Channing Tatum. Yo, get out of here, Derek! Okay, whatever. What is Bart Simpson epic ad? Skateboarding, Minecraft, Obama. Skateboarding. Obama. Well, I got 1 out of 5 correct, boys. I scored 20%. I'm a failure. I don't know anything about beans at all. All right, let's see the Y page real quick. Hey, dude, join my religion? Sure, what is it? Yobamos? What is this? I don't even know myself at the moment. I just want to see if I can make in my spare time during the lockdown. It is, dude! It's during the lockdown! And that means I'm going to keep updating this website until I can go outside again. So stick around and watch me lose my mind. Also, how can you make a website dedicated to the beauty of jelly beans and then just shit on them, dude? Get out of here. I'm done with that, dude. This guy ruined it. Let's go see their shop. They actually sell jelly beans. Tomato flavor. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's hurting my mind. Tomato flavored jelly beans. That doesn't seem good at all. They got a little donation link, and this might be the one place that they've got a little, would be a solid flex if you get, you know what? You know, I endorsed a jar of jelly beans. Why not? You know, the man made me laugh. Photos that made me cry. Ah. Is this a penis? You sucking on my ex toes? How my booty? What is this, dude? You got like a squidge wall. Well, I think that's enough deep web browsing for today. But anyways, let's go to the next. Contradictions in that statement, I would say. Getting too old for this shit, man. Getting too old. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, dude. It's good to be back. Donald Marshall Revolution. Discover the truth. No! There's so much truth bombs, so much Illuminati being tossed today. Okay, alright. Calm yourself, Muda. Relax. Okay? Breathe. Alright, let's go into it. About Donald Marshall. These are the accounts of Donald Marshall, a former Illuminati... Oh, God, okay. Alright. Former Illuminati member, Illuminati insider turned internet whistleblower. We come across Donald Marshall's online posts in late 2011 detailing his first-hand accounts with a... He kind of reminds me of the guy that's in the Mission Impossible movies. Who's that guy, dude? Who's... Oh, it's the one dude in the mission... It's like the tech guy in Mission Impossible. He's always with like the big black dude in the movie. Oh, dude, this is gonna hurt me for a while, dude. I'm trying to remember it. What's his name? Anyways, get out of here. He kind of reminds me of him. But in late 2011, detailing his first-hand accounts with the powerful global organization known as the Illuminati, he describes his secret involvement in such... Ooh, he's getting hit with everything. He's getting spicy. As a victim himself of the Illuminati, Marshall details in his own experience the kidnapping abuse in the hands of a large global conspiracy reaching shocking levels of depravity. Marshall exposes many major Illuminati players such as Queen Elizabeth, Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Charles, and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Well, I'm glad he just didn't toss like, it's like, well, the Illuminati was first founded in New York City. That's kind of cool. Now, do I believe in the Illuminati? I'm going to be real with you guys. I actually kind of do. Like, I know that it's like the conspiracy that everyone brings up, but I definitely believe that there's like a shadow government in the world controlling the rest of us, and we're probably going to be headed to like a one world society at some point. But that's all I'm going to say on that. I tend to believe in conspiracies that involve money and power because I feel like for human beings, that's exactly the kind of shit people will chase to the ends of the days. And you'd be surprised at how much shit happens in the background that we are not privy to. You know, if you take a look at it, things like shit, even the Earn It Act that's happening, right? Just because of the pandemic we're living in, it's so crazy how like in the background things are always passed without a radar. Things are always like brought in. Like to me, it always. I've believed in a shadow Illuminati for like years at this point. And I believe that it's a legitimate thing. Call me crazy, call me whatever, but I genuinely believe it. That's my take on it. You know, if you don't wanna believe in it, that's totally on you. But yeah, that's just me. So agree to disagree if you don't get on board with me. But I believe that there's a shadow society for sure. He also names many other world leaders, famous celebrities secretly involved. Cool, nice. Donald Marshall story, The Awakening. My name is Donald Marshall, and I've been cloned. Starting off strong, I see. So begins the accounts of former Illuminati insider turned whistleblower Donald Marshall, who in 2011 published an online expose detailing his eyewitness reports of the crimes committed against innocent citizens that he claims take place nightly in deep underground military bases around the world. Conspiracy theories have long contended that major world events are under the direction of a global powerful coalition of wealthy secret societies. Yeah, I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised. Donald Marshall has risked his life to speak out about the select group of individuals who he says maintains world control without the majority of the public made even aware. Yeah, no, I believe it. Sounds impossible? No, says Marshall, who states that the practice of human cloning is far from new. So this is new. I haven't heard of human cloning in this scenario. But maintains that covert experiments in genetic engineering have been conducted by Illuminati scientists for many decades. He explains that beginning in 1940s, human cloning technology was used as a way for world leaders to meet in secret in order to plan and discuss future events. Over time, however, they got bored and began to clone others and bring them into the cloning center as well. So famous movie stars, artists, musicians, sports figures, all cloned and personally delivered in the Illuminati in order to indulge their every fantasy. So basically, the whole thing is like if you're like a famous human being or artist, music, they can have the ability to clone you, and then they'll sell clones of you to like people who really want you. So I guess if you really wanted like, I mean, I'm gonna have to assume, but like I guess if you wanted Tom Cruise's sweet delectable booty, you could clone Tom Cruise and send him around to people. So you're like, ooh, I got a little bit of Tom's booty, dude. Like, dude, I like Jason Bateman a lot. You know, he's a great actor, but I wouldn't think of cloning a sweet booty and bringing it to me. That's a little weird. But then I guess I don't run the world, so maybe I'm the weird one for thinking that way. Who knows? All right, let's go down. I feel like with these videos, I let open a lot of my inner psyche that I probably shouldn't, but anyways. However, while Marshall can relate in detail the events that took place at the cloning center every night, he reports that he can never remember how he got there and at the time believed that he had been kidnapped during his sleep. Marshall says that he had no understanding of a top-secret technology known as REM-driven consciousness transfer, which is used to transfer one individual consciousness during the natural REM cycle of sleep into an identical clone located at the... Dude, that's some altered carbon stuff right there. You know, and they're like, when they like clone, dude, that's wild. So transference of consciousness in REM from original soul, original body, to like clone A, clone B, C, D, or whatever. Yo, that's all right. That's kind of wild. Okay, he has like a page on cloning, so let's see like secret cloning real quick. In 1997, embryologists in the Roslin Institute in Scotland announced that they had successfully cloned a young sheep, Dolly. I think we know that. U.S. President Bill Clinton reacted immediately, stating that the cloning of Dolly the sheep raised serious ethical concerns, particularly with respect to the possible use of this technology to clone human embryos. What the public did not realize at the time, according to Illuminati whistleblower, was the fact that top-secret experiments in human cloning had been conducted for many decades in deep military underground bases around the world. Marshall claims to have seen human cloning firsthand as an unwilling participant in human cloning since early childhood. Marshall says that elite scientists in every country all over the world use top-secret cloning technology to create identical human clones in a variety of ways. So his whole take with the Illuminati is like, they have the ability to create clones of individuals, right? Now here you can see like this is them like engineering clones, and I believe this is probably out of like some sci-fi movie that he dug this out of. I actually want to see if Donald Marshall is a person, because I've never heard of this name until today. And I follow a hell of a lot. Here it is, Donald Marshall, you're wrongly convicted. No, I don't think that's what it is. It's not what it is at all. That's Donald Marshall Jr., who I believe is a totally separate person. But going back to the situation, I don't think I've ever heard of this person at all. Not at all. Selling immortality. According to the website, the main goal of Avatar 2045, I've heard of this, is to create technologies enabling the transfer of individual personality to a more advanced non-biological carrier. I've actually heard of this project. If you don't know what Avatar 2045 is, I think it was Avatar 2050 at one point. Basically, is like a point where they're going to take human consciousness, convert it to data. And even though that, like, let's say, for example, that I was in the project, right? And they were like, hey, we want Mooter to live immortally. Well, what would happen is I would pass away, right? So I'd be gone. But then because they had preserved my consciousness one-to-one, they would input it in like a robot or like an AI machine, and then I would be running constantly. So I would technically be living, you know, like I have my consciousness alive, but my physical form would be gone. So even though that I was, you know, dead and gone and shit, I would technically be immortal because they happen to preserve my consciousness at time of, you know, pretty much at time of death, and they would keep that going. So yeah, I've actually heard of this. This is like not new to me, but oh man, dude, my nose is like gone. But yeah, body snatching for the rich and famous. Yeah, this guy goes on about cloning and wow, extraordinary proof. The search for the existence of Vril. In this photo of the 1950s, Spanish surrealist painter Salvador Dali presents an unknown creature for the consideration while in the background. I feel like reading in more into this, I'm probably gonna go and like get shot in the head. Like this, the thing about a lot of this is that he's got like a Twitter page and everything. I got to see this Twitter page, the DM Revolution. I gotta be real, man. This is like kind of unknown. This is like just hidden in the background. Look at this. 748 followers. And this is like an active thing. April 18th, still Marshall continues so that we may know the truth. I gotta be real, man. This is some scary shit. Because here's the thing, like, this is so well done that I feel like it's beyond, like, trolling at this point. It really is. Like, there has to be some truth to any of this. Like, I don't think somebody would sit down and, like, code this entire site and just do all this. This is, like, wild. I think I need a break. I need to step away from the computer for a second and like come back with a fresh mind, because what I just saw kind of blew my mind. Holy crap. Yeah, is this like his actual Twitter account? Halifax, Nova Scotia. By the way, shout out to the people that lost their lives in Nova Scotia. We will miss you. And as a Canadian, that was a tragic event. To Donald Marshall Truth. Is that his actual Twitter account? Twitter page of Donald Marshall, Illuminati whistleblower exposing the NWA. 3 hours. Japan News broadcasts say Kim Jong-un is in a vegetable state. This is vicious lie. Supreme leader has never eaten a vegetable in his entire life. This is wild! Dude, I'm staying away from this. This is crazy. I'm going to get my head blown off. I'm done. Oh, no. It's got like a forum page you can go to. That's like a full-on forum page. Why Donald is exposing this. Paperback books dealing Don's info now available. I love Donald Marshall. I want you on my... Dude, I want to interview this guy. I want to interview Donald Marshall. Oh, the onion soup. Back to the good old onion soup. And this is a blog we looked at a long time ago, but it's always fun to kind of sit back into it and see what we got. We're looking around real quick. Chariots of the Congolese. When one hears of questionable practices which government employees in the U.S. get up to, the Take the Show on the Road thought experiment may help clarify whether these practices are ethically adequate or whether they're merely acquiesced to by Americans because Americans are Ooh, toss it up. Man, everyone just likes to throw the Americans under the bus here, dude. Don't look at me. I'm Canadian, dude. I don't give a shit about any of this. I just live in the northern part of the world and have a good time. Below, U.S. government employees enforce U.S. government employees' practices on foreign civilians in foreign nations. The road to Uzbekistan in Habersham County, Georgia, I think? That's Georgia. An American infant was disfigured. Okay. All right. Muda, stop destroying the English language. It was disfigured by a Cornelia Coplob, the grenade into his playpen. That's not real, is it? It's not fucking real. That's not real. Let me go over here. It's opening up a page. Habersham County Sheriff Joey Terrell has allegedly given the most asinine defense about why a SWAT team blew a baby's face off. Boomcam Phone Savan, 19 months old, was sleeping in his crib at 3 a.m. Militarized police barged into the family's home because an informant had purchased $50 worth of meth from someone who once lived there. During the raid, a flashbang grenade went off at the sleeping baby's crib. Yo, come on, that's not real. Oh my god. That's fucked up. Who would toss a flashbang into a crib? You just slide it in. Oh my god, that's so absurd that I actually can't even believe that. Dude, really? Really? You just like tossed it into a room and like, oh my god. That's so fucked up. Like, if you don't know what a flashbang is, it's like flashbangs, if they're like really close to you, can cause like solid, like, what is it, like 3rd-degree burns like onto the human body. Like, it's actually pretty bad. If it's just like tossed next to your body or whatever, like, it can actually really cause some damage. It can actually really hurt. Like, it's not like the video games where you can like toss it at an enemy and it's like, they're like, oh god, that's a little sting. No, it's a little more than a sting, let me tell you. But yeah, that's actually super messed up. What the hell? Supposedly this Georgia cop travels to Uzbekistan, where he haphazardly chucks a grenade into the playpen of a snoozing Uzbeki baby. In Uzbekistan, the American cop experiences swift and predictable retaliation for his grenade-swinging antics. It is because the Uzbekis are violent brutes, retrograde in their moral development, or because Uzbekis haven't converted themselves into Plato to be deformed by vicious and negligent cops. All right, so I can definitely see the politics in all of this, and I'm not going to get into it. Like, I'm not here to start a political turf war in the comment section below. If you want to do that, all right, go to fucking Reddit. All right, Reddit will do you just fine. Okay, this is not Reddit. Relax. All right, like this is dank web browsing. The road to the Congo in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a cop deliberately ruptured a. Not the balls that I can't read. We're going to go down a little bit. To insist that only foreigners are permitted to defend themselves against U.S. employees when U.S. government employees blow up just stop. Stop it. Stop saying test popping. All right, likewise, when one hears of questionable practice in the U.S., tell it to the aliens' thought experiments, which may help clarify whether these practices are ethically adequate or whether they're merely acquiesced to by Americans, because yeah, dropping it again. Shari becomes Mount Carmel. A 5-year-old girl in Pennsylvania municipality was threatened with arrests and punished by local school officials for issuing threats because she imagined shooting a bubble blower. Okay. All right. I have a story for that, actually. This is way back when I was in high school. I would say this is probably around like the 10th grade. Yeah, 10th grade, I would say. In the 10th grade, there was like this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was like the newer game at the time. Like, it was a popping game. And if you don't know, Modern Warfare 2 had like a kill streak at like 25 kills. You would have a nuke that popped up. So everyone was like, man, I can't wait to nuke. My school had to get locked down for like a good hour just because some dude made like a fucking nuke montage joke. So yeah, I actually had to suffer an hour lockdown for school because some kid was making a fucking Call of Duty montage on the internet. That's my sad, depressing story as a young adult. Well, let's go. Chariots of the Gods. It's all the rage for U.S. cops to conduct forced cavity searches on citizens, but often in public view. You know, with all of this said, though, with all of this brought on, I wonder how many people in the United States know their laws. You know, one of the biggest things when I was studying. And this is just me getting into it. I actually, like, my biggest thing was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways. Growing up, I didn't really want to do anything. I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law, and just because, like, you know, family was always like, I don't want my son defending criminals for a living or something like that, right? So I just didn't do it, you know, Indian Ma and all. But the reality of it is, it's like law was one of the things that I was really, really, really into. Do I wish sometimes that I could go back and do it? Sure, but now it's a little bit different. I'm a little older. But the reality of it is, it's like in law, it's kind of impressive how many legal like protections you have if you just like have a bare view of how it works. Reading all this makes me wonder how many like laws the American people know that they actually have and how many that they can use against them, because America's an interesting country, right? Like, America's a place where they have like 30, 40 different legal divisions, and they all hate each other for some reason. They all have like a giant cockswinging contest between each other. So if you know your laws, you can always pit one against the other, and it's kind of like a giant shit show, to be honest with you. But I wonder how many Americans truly know the laws in place for their own country. Because that makes America really interesting, right? Like you look at how many protections you actually have legally, but the problem is that nobody nowadays likes to educate Americans on their own laws. So you have these people who have like all these protections, but literally because they're not taught it, they can't protect themselves. It's actually really, really scary and almost like dystopian looking into it. But yeah, this whole like blog page is just pretty much focusing on like the testicle popping U.S. SWAT officers who don't know how to toss flashbangs. That being said, I'm not turning this into like a turf battle, like a political turf battle at all. I kind of don't care about that. But it felt good to read this because somewhat I remember nostalgic thoughts, and I guess you know a little bit about what Muda kind of wanted to be for a little while. Not that I'm, super depressed about not being that in the first place. I think things have a tendency to work. Things have a tendency to play out the way that you don't expect them to, but ultimately they're better. So ladies and gentlemen, all that said, let's back out of this and go to another website. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Deep Web Browsing, Dark Web Browsing, Dank Web Browsing. So we saw some interesting stuff today. I'd say, like, funniest thing ever was seeing Linus's face all over the introduction to the video. Peanut Butter Gamer, all these people. So big shout outs to those individuals out there. For sure, you guys earned your place in this episode of Dank Web Browsing unintentionally. I also learned a lot about the pyramids of Thoth. All these pyramids all over the world, completely destroying my mind. I learned all about the secret Illuminati control systems from Donald Marshall, and frankly, I even learned a fact or two about jelly beans. So, all in all, interesting episode. Jelly beans, conspiracies, and Linus tech tips, and YouTubers alike. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am